Geeks with Beards. Podcast.
When you want something dead, a gun is as close as the nearest vending machine. But when you want something dead, you're not up to the job. You want more than guns. You want a Scud to hold them for you.
Welcome back, everybody, to a new season of the Geeks with Beards episode. Yes, this is our third year, our first episode of year 3 of the Geeks with Beards podcast. And we thank everybody that's still with us. And if you left us, well, you need to come to hell back. That's all I got to say. But I'm Dan, this is Sean, and today, for our first episode of the third season, we will be talking Rob Schrab's Scud The Disposable Assassin from Image Comics. But before we do that, let's get caught up since our last episode. What's been going on with you, man?
Just been catching up on some live things, and I think I told you last episode I was going to go watch Repo.
You did, yeah.
It was awesome to see it in the theater.
It was, and then unfortunately we lost the actor, yeah.
Yeah, like a week after that.
Yeah, I seen that, and I'm like, oh, damn, man. I mean, granted, besides Repo...
Because his name was what,
Anthony Michael Head,
yeah,
I believe. Besides Repo, the only other thing I'd ever watched him in was Buffy,
yeah,
of course, because he was Giles in Buffy. Damn good actor, at least in those two things that I've seen.
He's a good singer, too.
Yeah. I forgot that they'd done a few, musical episodes in Buffy, and he was singing in them,
yeah.
So, yeah, that was sad to hear about that, but I believe, I don't remember reading specifics, but I think he had been ill recently, or within maybe the past few months or something. I think he had been ill, I believe. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
That makes sense. He was also, 70-something?
Yeah, I think he was,
like 77, I think they said.
So, rest in peace, Giles. You were a great actor from, the things that I saw you in, so you'll be missed for sure.
I was trying to go see Grogu yesterday, but then I didn't feel like it, so. Excuse you?
No,
You're fired. And then when's Supergirl come out?
The June 26th or 8th.
I do want to see that too. Other than that, what have you been up to?
Went and watched Masters of the Universe. So, as of this recording, Saturday.
Yeah.
June 6th. Yeah. Went to see Masters of the Universe. Oh, God, they got it right. Like that, Travis Knight, which I kind of expected he would do a good job on because he did do the Bumblebee movie, and I think he did really good with that one. Yeah, it's the '80s cartoon live action.
So there's lots of awkward staring and
there's some I'm probably gonna piss people off, but I don't care. I've seen people review it who claim to be fans of the franchise and of the cartoon who say they felt that they were making fun of us as fans. I didn't get that. I think, yes, you can poke fun at the cartoon because the cartoon is goofy. It's very good. You've seen parts of it. It's a very goofy cartoon. But it also has sincereness, and it also has heartfelt moments as well. That's what the morals were at the end of it. They actually were trying to teach kids stuff. That's what Lou Scheimer wanted to do. He just, and basically what He-Man's always been about, at least in my opinion, is about power and when not to use it. And that's what this movie was about. A lot of people was going to say, oh no, it was, no. There was no toxic masculinity bullshit that people were reporting. If you want to say Skeletor is, he's a villain.
A bad guy.
He's a villain.
He's supposed to be.
And his relationship with Evil Lynn, if you want to say the word toxic, then yeah, it's not a good relationship for sure. That's true. I guess he would be abusive,
You're supposed to hate him.
But yeah, there's none of that, and none of that bull in it. At least I didn't see it. And I ain't saying I'm the brightest person in the world, but when it comes to this, I know He-Man quite well. And I didn't feel that. I didn't feel they were making fun of us. Yes, they were tongue in cheek in the show. Like they had there's scenes where they do the laugh, like in the cartoon, and stuff like that. But there's moments in there that are heartfelt. There really are. The score is awesome because you have Brian May from Queen doing the score, and the soundtrack is amazing. And I will agree with one of the reviewers. it definitely did have a 80s, if you remember this movie, Flash Gordon feel to it.
Yeah.
Maybe because Brian May was working on it, same as Queen did their soundtrack and stuff as well back then. But yeah, it's an amazing film. I'm going to try to go watch it one more time, as of this recording. When this episode drops, I'm hoping it's still in theaters. If it is, y'all need to go see it. It's worth watching for and not even if you don't know He-Man. It's a great, lighthearted adventure story, in my opinion.
So, what's his name? Didn't screw up Skeletor?
No, and if you didn't even know it, you're not going to know it's him. Because, of course, the CG skull is there for Skeletor. They do mess with his voice. He's very Shakespearean in tone, kind of a British accent that he tried to do to it, which kind of makes me feel that he was maybe, I'm probably giving him too much credit, maybe trying to blend Frank Langella's Skeletor from 87, which was kind of a dramatic version of it, and a little bit of the 80s because there is some cackling, so it's a mixture.
You know what they should have did for the end credits or after end credits?
What?
Have Skeletor come out, say something stupid like the meme.
Oh, and then run away?
And then run away.
Yeah, I think that's what people probably thought they might do with it. There are technically 3 credit scenes, post-credit scenes. One I'd heard about, so I mean I knew about it. One I was like, whoa, didn't expect it. They're setting up for sequels. And people's like, well, it's not going to make its money. No, it probably won't make its money, unfortunately. I think as of right now, this recording, I looked it up. I think it's only made maybe $60 million on like $170-something million budget. So it probably won't make its money.
It probably didn't make it back when it goes to streaming.
That is an article that I saw that I don't know if it's like the head dude of Amazon, but some of the people of Amazon. And again, this could be fake news. I don't know for sure, but I just saw something. And that's basically kind of what they were kind of insinuating. It's like they weren't too stressed about the budget. They were happy with what it had been doing so far. That I think they were mainly focused on, hey, you know, when it gets to us on Prime, Blu-ray sales, you know, I think where we're located here, I think the toys are selling decent. So it's kind of giving me hope that maybe young kids are getting into the film, even if they don't know He-Man.
Well, it's gotten so expensive to take people to the theaters. Everybody's just like, I'll just wait a couple months for it to come on streaming.
That is true. A little real life situation here. When me and my younger brother went Saturday, we went to a 5:15 show, which is not in the matinee price, and it was, I think, roughly $13 a ticket for us. That's probably cheaper than a lot of other places. I don't know, but it was worth it. Like I said, it's a great film. I highly, highly recommend it, not just as a He-Man fan, but just as an adventure film if you don't know He-Man. Same as the 87 movie. If you don't know He-Man, I still think it's a great adventure film to watch. You know, that's just my opinion. But, yeah, that was my biggest thing I've done is getting to go see Watchers of the Universe. And I'm going to, as of this recording, I'm going to try to watch it one more time. If not, I'll definitely buy the Blu-ray when it comes out for sure.
It works.
So with that out of the way, we'll jump into our episode today. And like I said, it is Rob Schrab's Scud, The Disposable Assassin from Image Comics. And we'll get the credits here. It was illustrated by Rob Schrab, written by Dan Harmon, Mondi Carter, and Rob Schrab. And if the name Dan Harmon rings a bell, it's because he also worked on Rick and Morty. This is my younger brother's kind of, not request, but, you know, kind of a recommendation for us because he loves Scud. We're reading out of his omnibus here, the whole shebang. It collects the whole series. We're going to cover just the first issue. And I think the original release of this was 1996. This collection, I think, was an early 2000s release. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, my younger brother, I say younger, it's only 5 years difference, but he loves Scud. This is like one of his favorite, if not his favorite comic book. So he's like, hey guys, you ever talked about Scud? I'm like, no. He's like, here you go. He's like, let your fans listen about Scud. So basically we open up and we're at some kind of factory. We don't know yet by this first page. And we see a big boss kind of in black shadows behind his desk. And we see a poor little old fella, a little peon, a little worker, you know. And we see it looks like a little printout. And it says 23 labor force terminated. estimate 3-week shutdown. And then it's going by, then it's showing you the different losses that the company's going to suffer because of this. And the little guy is like, he's like, Mr. Spider God. He's like, my department hasn't got the funds to remove this thing. You're like, thing? Mm-hmm. What thing are we talking about here? And Mr. Spider God says, well, my department does not have the funds to support the pest feeding habits. I'm like, what in the hell do y'all have in this building right now? And he's like, well, yeah, but sir, what do you expect me to do about it? He's like, but nothing. He said, even though Marvin's Mannequins, which is the business that we're at, has prided itself on gutter low salaries for its working class, cabbage is cabbage. If this thing keeps eating my labor force, I will lose money. So he admits, he's like, look, I didn't pay you guys beneath the mud. He's like, but money's money. He's like, and I need to make some money. So whatever this creature is eating the workforce, and they need to get rid of it because he's more concerned about losing money, losing the factory than he is caring about his workers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the little fella basically, he's like, what do you want me to do about it? And he's like, I expect you to have this thing removed before I should have known about it. He's like, oh my God. He's like, fine. He's like, I'll figure it out.
Typical boss.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, someone had better get rid of that monster, or I'll send someone down there to get rid of you. Capiche? And he's like, get out of my office. So we see the little, and I don't think, at least not in this first issue, we don't get this feller's name. And so the little feller, he's walking down the street, and he comes up on this vending machine out on the sidewalk. And on the vending machine, inside of it, you see, looks to be a robot. And it's just kind of a plain looking robot, and it's got a broken heart on its chest. And on the side of the vending machine, it says Scud. So he's like, So he takes out a coin. It doesn't really say how much it is, but you just see him put a coin into it, which I think is kind of cool because it has, looks like Frankenstein's monster's face on it. And it says, in Frank we trust. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So he puts the coin in. He stands there for a second. He's like, okay. So he pushes the button. When he pushes the button, we see the robot step out of the vending machine. And he's just kind of looking at the guy like that. And then, this is Scud, if you didn't know. And he's like, so, who's the job? What's the job? Jason Statham, what's the job? He's like, look, all the information you need to know is in this little disc that I've got right here. He said it also includes a map of the factory, weapon locations, and proper contempt levels. He said, here, take this disc. Bye. He's like, I need you to take care of the problem on this disc. So Scud sticks his hand out, and in the palm of his hand, he's got a little disc reader in his hand. So it opens up. The guy puts the little mini disc in there. It closes. Boom. We jump to Marvin's Mannequins, and it's a big factory, and it looks like it's got like of course it's going to have, security, guard gate right there, and it's got chain link fence all the way around it. It almost looks like a castle in a way, almost like a medieval looking castle. And on top of it, it's got a big bald mannequin head on top of the factory with two big smokestacks. It says Marvin Mannequins. And of course, smoke just bellowing out of them. And it's got two big spotlights. And it looks like it even has its own little water tower on it. So this thing's pretty self-sufficient. Mr. Spider-God may never leave this thing. I don't know. So then we cut to a montage of pictures of Scud. And he's opened up a suitcase. He pulls out a pistol, puts the clip in the pistol, cocks it back, and he's like, what'd you say? Oh, hippie hiku, brother trucker. Kind of a take on Die Hard, I think maybe just a little bit there, So we see him walking through the factory, and of course nobody's there. I guess this is after hours. Nobody's there. And he's walking through the factory. He's got his pistol, in the ready position. And we see signs that say heads, feet, and arms. And he keeps walking around. He looks down. He's like, Now, there's no dialogue as of right now. And this comic is in black and white, which I think lends itself to the art and just how awesome it is.
His art is very like 90s Nickelodeon vibes.
Yeah, like I said, I think originally this was released in 96. I think originally it was. So Scud looks down to the floor and he sees what looks to be bloody handprints on the floor. And he's like, what in the hell? And this, like I said, no dialogue. I'm just saying this is probably what he's thinking. He's like, all right. And these are huge handprints on the floor. So he starts following those handprints. You kind of see in the artwork, he's got just a little bit of shake to his hand where the gun, he's holding in it there. Mm-hmm. And he comes up on a dead body that's just laying there on the floor, and it is like the head is backwards. No, excuse me. The upper torso is twisted, and there's a big hunk took out of the stomach of the middle torso of this body, and there's just blood all over and around it, blood coming out of the mouth, and then Scud's kind of just looking at it. He's like, okay, and then we see two huge like octopus type tentacles coming from behind to come after Scud. He swings around, he blasts away at whatever you see, and you see a silhouette of a creature. And it looks like its arms are the tentacles with the suction cups on them. Its head looks like a 3-prong plug that you would plug into the wall. And its feet are the hands. That's why there were handprints on the floor. Its feet are like huge human hands. And it's like blam, blam, blam. We see Scud, he's like, that was a little too easy.
It's kind of like the doll toy in Toy Story.
Oh, the one that comes out, remember the bed? Like,
yeah. Looks all freaky and
does
stuff.
Kind of, yeah. I didn't think about that. So Scud, he's like, I think that was a little too damn easy. He goes over, it's laying on the ground. He goes over, and you see him get close to it. And again, like I said, it's got hands for feet. So you see one of the hands, the fingers start to move. And then you see that it's got mouths, biting mouths with teeth in its knees. What in the hell is this creature? Where did you come from? And then we see it hisses at him, and then it says, just like eating death on a cracker. And it just gets up, and it starts fighting back. It swings one of its tentacle arms and knocks Scud's gun out of his hand. And on it's got another set of hands. I forgot about this. It's got another set of hands that are they're striped with claws, and they have huge mouse traps on them, or rat traps, I guess you would say. They're huge. And on front of its chest, it has a squid strapped to it. So that's where the tentacles come from. And I'm just like, poor little squid. So Scud's like, what the hell? It lunges at him with its head. And again, like I said, this is a 3-prong plug. If you know what I'm talking about, it's on a lot of normal household appliances. It lunges at him with that head, stabbing the brick wall behind Scud, and it leaves the imprints of the prongs on the wall as Scud's, dodging and getting away. It's like bash, 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 bam, bam, bam. And he just keeps trying to go after him. And you see it say out of his kneecaps, it's like snap. It's like 6, 7, go to hell, go to heaven. And it just keeps fighting. And it's bouncing around. It jumps, like it kind of falls on its back. It balls up its hand feet. And then it lunges at Scud with its hands feet with its fists made. So it punches Scud, knocks him against the wall, and a suitcase falls to the floor next to him. Well, it's his weapon suitcase that he had. So he looks down and he's like, oh, shit, my suitcase. He's like, okay. So he sticks his hand in the suitcase, and without even pulling it out, you see that he's got another weapon in there. It's almost like this looks more like a machine gun because it's more fully automatic. And he's like, now die, can't you? And it's bam, 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 just keeps shooting at it, just keeps shooting. And the little squid says, Space Cadet, Space Dust, ha ha, and shoots ink at Scud. And Scud's like, oh, damn. He's like, shit. He's like, I can't see anything. And then we have the creature talking to Scud, because then we have it all in black, and we have two little squares that have each of the little knees grinning at him with his mean-looking teeth. And it says, drink deep or taste not the plasma spring. And so Scud, it's disappeared. So Scud, he kind of, I say he cleans off his face with ink on there. And he's like, "Where the hell did it go?" He's like, "Damn it." He's like, "I gotta look for it." So he does. And he holsters his gun like RoboCop. Cause it's got a little slot comes out like on RoboCop's leg. He puts the gun in there and it closes back up. And, he's like, damn it. He's like, "I gotta go find it." So he's walking, trying to find where the creature is. And he picks up his other gun that he got dropped earlier. And he puts it almost like a shoulder holster under his arm. But it's the same way like RoboCop's. A little section comes out, puts it in, section closes back up. So he's walking down the hallway. He's going through the factory trying to find the creature. And he opens this door. And you see in the distance, you see about 4 eggs. A nest of these big, like, spotted eggs. And he's like, "Eggs?" He's like, "Eggs?" He's like, "Eggs?" He's like, "Oh God, no, eggs." He's like, "That means babies." So he pulls out both of his guns and just keeps just destroying these eggs. And we see the creature is running. It's running toward him because it knows where he's at and what Scud's doing. So as we see Scud destroying the eggs, we see splat, splorsh, smack. The guns are smoking. The eggs are destroyed. The creature bursts in and is like, and then it says, and the cow says, "Moo." And Scud's like, uh-oh. And then the creature says, you didn't put me on a pedestal, so I'm laying you out on a slab. And Scud's like, "What?" Basically, this creature is just saying all kinds of different catchphrases from different, I think movies and stuff like that. And Scud's like, what are you saying? What? And creature is like, what's it say? "I sinister, I hunger, I live." And it takes one of the squid tentacles and wraps it around Scud and starts squeezing. And we see Scud cock the guns and start shooting through the tentacles. And the creature starts squealing. Cause I guess even though it looks like it's strapped to the creature, I guess it's somehow connected. It can feel the pain even though it just looks like it's strapped to it. I guess maybe it is actually connected to the body somehow.
Symbiotic.
Yeah, I guess so, in a way. Because when he's shooting the squid arms, the creature's screaming in pain. Creature runs away. Scud just blasting away. Just boom, he just goes through the door like an action movie. Just crashes right through the door. Bam, 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 just blasting away at the creature. Nothing. He's like, "Well, son of a bitch." He's like, "Where did it go?" Here it comes out of the blue with a taxidermy deer head that it took off a wall from somewhere. And it says, I love this because this is Highlander. He's like, "There can only be one." He's coming up behind Scud. Scud's like, "What?" He's like, boom. And he stabs Scud in the back with the antlers of the deer head. They break off in Scud's back. Scud gives him a big old kick to the face, knocks the creature against the wall, and then he shoots at the creature and he shoots one of his arms off with the big mouse traps on the end of it. Then he shoots, he's getting ready to shoot again, but before he can, the squid shoots the ink in his face again. It blinds him again. So the creature can run away. And Scud's like, "Damn it." And the creature runs away. He's like, "Space Ghost!" And just goes away. And you can see Scud, the little word bubble, and it's just squiggly lines and exclamation marks. So of course, Scud's saying some swear words. Creature runs away, and you can see that it's running like on a conveyor belt. And then it has the ability, because again, it has hands for feet. It can go underneath and it hooks on and it kind of starts dangling like you would on a jungle gym and stuff. And as it runs away, then it goes to a door where it says, "Do not enter." Well, it enters, and then you see like kind of like a bulldozer, backhoe kind of machine that's in this room. And here's another line from another movie. We'll see if anybody can get it before I say it. Creature looks at it and he says, "Wait till they get a load of me." The Batman line. I'm like, yes. Yes, Jack Nicholson Joker.
There's all kinds of references.
Oh, there's so many. And I don't know if that was Rob or Dan Harmon's idea. I don't know. There are just so many pop culture references in this first issue. So we cut to the men's room. And Scud's like, "Man, I gotta clean this shit off my face." So you see him running some rag under some water, getting the ink off of his face. And he notices, he's like, "Damn it, them antlers are still in my back." He's like, "I gotta get them out of there." So he turns around in the mirror so he can see, just try to pull them out. And then he notices there's a sign on his back. And he's like, what in the hell does this say? So we see, of course, most of the time if you see anything in the mirror, it's going to be backwards. It's just how it reflects sometimes. But they flip it around so as to see what it says, and it says, attention, Scud, Disposable Robot Assassin, Heartbreaker Series, 1373. This unit will self-destruct upon termination of target. He's like, what? Oh my God, what? No. He's like, screw this. And he runs out of the bathroom. So we see, as he's running around, we see another kind of collage of pictures of things that he's already done. We see where he destroyed the eggs, the creatures kind of laughing at him and screaming and stuff. And we see him, he's trying to run for the exit. Because if he kills this creature, he self-destructs. And he's like, nope, ain't happening. He's like, I ain't dying. So he's trying to run away. But the creature jumps in front of him, and the creature says, oh, Ren. If you didn't get it, Ren and Stimpy. No. And you find out what he done was the creature took the bucket arm from the machine that we seen in that room with it and put it on its body as a new left arm. And the creature whacks Scud with that bucket arm, knocks him the fuck back, just wham, just knocks him back. And of course Scud's like, oh, he's like, what, oh God. So he climbs over these crates and he's like, oh, I gotta hide from this creature, you gotta hide, can't kill it. And then we get another comment. Now this one's coming from of course, basically the only way this creature can speak, I believe, is through his knee mouth. And then it says, now, young Skywalker, you will die.
Yeah. Like, wow.
So the creature, or no, excuse me, not the creature, Scud, he's got his gun, and there's a little, like where the hammer is, there's a port on the back of it. And Scud is taking his fingers and breaking them off into it basically as bullets.
Yep.
So the creature's coming at him, and we see Scud take aim. But while we see Scud take aim, we also see artwork behind him of that attention sign on his back. So basically it's in the back of his memory or his mind what's going to happen if he kills this creature. So the next page is a double page spread of bam, 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 bam. Scud shoots off the bucket arm. He shoots off one leg. He shoots off the other arm. He shoots off the other leg. So right now, only thing we have left is a head and torso of the creature. It hits the ground. Scud's like, He holsters his weapon. He goes to a payphone. Yes, kids, there were payphones in 1996. He goes to a payphone. He puts in a coin that has a Barney Rubble face on the coin. He pumps in a number. He goes beep, boop, boop. He says, hello? Yeah. I need an ambulance. It's an emergency. He hangs up the phone and we see a nice full page art, and it almost looks like a spotlight is on Scud and the telephone. And then in front of him on the ground in a big pool of blood, we see the creature laying there. Again, like I said, it's just a head and the torso. That's all there is. No arms, no legs. And we come to our end page here of our story, or at least, excuse me, our first issue. And we're at a hospital, St. Larry's. And the doctor is like, look, this is what's happening. He's like, your friend has been stabilized. Problem is, the state will only provide life support for 1 month. After that, you are responsible for paying for it, or it will be disconnected. Scud's like, son of a bitch. I can't let it die. And it's cool they've got it in a, God, you've seen so many sci-fi movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's in this big tube with inside of some kind of liquid to keep it alive. And he's like, look, and like I said, the doctor said, look, either you'll pay for this after the first month or we'll be forced to pull the plug. He's like, sorry. That's just policy. Scud's like, so how much is this going to cost me to keep it running every month? And the doctor says, 3 francs. I'm like, so are we in France? I'm like, well, 3 francs don't sound that expensive, I don't guess, maybe. Maybe 96 it was, I don't know. And we see the outline of the heartbeat of the creature. Scud's looking up at it, and he's like, damn, I guess I better find another job. And he's looking at the creature, and basically, we don't see it, but I guess, he's going to be an assassin for hire. The way I understand this, the end. The way I understand this, he can kill anybody as long as this don't die. Because this was his first job.
Okay, I was confused. I was like, well, if he takes another job, he's going to have the same.
I've not read any other issues. Maybe I did, but God, it had probably been when this first come out. My brother got it, so almost 20 years ago. I believe he's okay to kill other people as long as his first job stays alive.
Okay.
So as long as this one stays alive, he can kill anybody else he wants to. This one right here cannot, and I don't know how that works. I guess from the moment he comes out of the vending machine, I don't know, maybe some kind of internal thing or something. But somehow, whatever created.
Well, they gave him a disc, right?
Yeah, he gave him a disc.
So it's probably written into the disc.
I guess so, yeah. So as long as this creature stays alive, he's okay. He can kill whoever else he wants to make his money.
It's a good book.
I love it, man. Like I said, I want to say I probably read this when my brother got it, because this is the compendium, the whole shebang as it's called. And I think it came out in like 2008. I want to say he bought it brand new. And like I said, he loves this. This is his favorite comic book character. And I want to say I read it when he got it, so almost 20 years ago, but I don't remember anything else from it. So reading this again, like I've said 100 times, first time read feel to me. I may actually hang on to it instead of giving it back to him. I may hang on to it and read it some more, because I actually enjoyed that first issue. I don't remember. I don't know. I had a little bit of, not much history, unfortunately, because I just kind of got it off of Wikipedia. But it says that Scud the Disposable Assassin is a humorous science fiction comic by Rob Schrab, published from 1994, to 1998, and concluded in 2008. So apparently there was a, 10-year gap there for some reason. Featuring a robot assassin bought from vending machines who goes rogue and avoids self-destruction to keep his target alive. The series ended with a 4-issue finale in 2008 and a collected omnibus titled Scud the Disposable Assassin, the whole shebang, which is what this is.
Oh, so it came specifically out in this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, I didn't look up why it took 10 years, for it to get finished. There might have been something between him and, publishers or something, maybe. I'm not, or it could have been between him and Dan Harmon.
Well,
sure. I don't know. But, yeah, I had fun with this. I think they might have made a few collectibles, some figures and stuff. I feel like my brother might have an action figure of Scud. I don't remember.
That should have been a cartoon. Like on
I don't know if they ever did.
Cartoon Network, it fit right in.
They might have made a game, maybe. I don't remember.
It'd make a good game, too.
But now on the cover is in color, and the color of Scud is basically kind of yellow with some like red, orange highlights and stuff.
It's like
on
Iron Man.
In a way, yeah. And he's got one black eye, one white eye on there. Yeah. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought you might, because it's kind of an out there kind of comic, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I like how weird it is.
Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy it like that.
It's got good comedy in it.
It does. There's a lot of good comedy in it. So
the art style.
It does, yeah. Like I said, this is the only thing that I know in my brain of the name Rob Schrab, and that's how I pronounce it. SCHRAB. And that's how I pronounce it, Schrab. That's the only thing I know of that I've ever read of his. I don't know if he's done anything else. But that's the only thing I've read of. And like I said, rereading this first issue, I really enjoyed it. So I personally highly recommend it. I did not, unfortunately, did you have a chance to look up kind of what?
Yeah, if you want the issue we just read, it's $100 because, it's probably a low run, but.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it is the omnibus. It's the complete run of the comic book.
Yeah, what's the sticker price on that?
The sticker price on this was $34.99.
So it's probably around like $40 or $50 now.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be worth it though if you like the first issue. I think the rest of it would be worth getting.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree, and it's fun too because at the beginning of this book, it has the broken heart symbol on it, and at the end of it, the heart is full. The heart's mended basically. So between the beginning and the end of the book, the heart is mended somehow. But the whole run here, I'm looking at it real quick. The whole run of it here is all in black and white. Now, they might have released a colored version at some point, maybe. I wouldn't read it. I wouldn't. I think I just keep it to black and white. I think it does the story quite well to do
That's
black and white.
where we differ, man.
Oh, you think you prefer color?
I think so, because with all of the nuances and stuff they draw on there, I think it'd look cool.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned. I might have mentioned to you off mic last episode. I was like, maybe, because I hadn't looked through everything. I was like, well, maybe it'd be like how they did the Sin City movie.
Yeah.
You know, how majority of it's black and white, but say like blood and stuff would be in color to kind of make it pop. No, cool. Not that I know of. At least not in the first issue it didn't. It was all just black and white. And it looks like this ran for a total of 24 issues is all that it ran. But it took from 94 to 2008 to get done. Like I said, I don't know exactly the situation on that one, but 24 issues. So you could it'd be cheaper to do this probably than it would be to get all 24 individual issues. Like, that's kind of how it usually goes. Like with me collecting the vintage Marvel 80s G.I. Joe comics, I've found that it's cheaper to get the reprint compendiums than it is to try to find the original prints, because of course original prints going to be definitely worth more money and stuff like that. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Sean recommends it, except he'd rather have it in color. So I get it. Real quick, since we mentioned other media possibilities, it does say here, it says that Scud, he did inspire 2 video games. Scud the Disposable Assassin, 1997 for the Sega Saturn. I don't think I ever had a Sega Saturn. My brother might have had one. Did you have a Sega Saturn?
No, that's on my list to get.
And also it said Scud Industrial Evolution, 1997 as well for the PC. Both received mixed reviews. A 6-inch Scud action figure was announced in 2006 as part of Shocker Toys Indie Spotlight. The addition of the figure to the toy line was cited by Schrab as one of his motivations for wanting to finish issue 21. In his first video blog, the figure with variant Soul Robot, S-O-L, was eventually released in 2009. There have been 2 attempts to adapt Scud into a film or TV show. A live-action feature film was optioned by producer Oliver Stone. Wow, that's a big name. But the option lapsed in the early 2000s. The second attempt was to adapt Scud into a TV series for MTV. It got as far as casting before being canceled in 2004. So, as of right now, nothing.
Well, if I ever get the gaming set up, I'll try to review that game.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Like
I said, my brother might have had one, but I don't remember him ever mentioning playing it or anything like that. But like I said, I think he got the action figure. If I have to ask him again and see, but I think he got the action figure though. So yeah, that was Scud the Disposable Assassin. Also, I put out there, since this is our beginning of our 3rd year, I asked if anybody had like a favorite episode they've liked that they've listened to with us the past 2 years, a least favorite episode, or just something in general they wanted to say about the podcast. We did get one other thing from Pete from Good Beer, Bad Movie and Give Me Back the podcast. He says, happy podiversary. 3 years is impressive, and I'm looking forward to many more years. My favorite episodes are the really weird ones. Okay, Pete, I'm trying to think of the really weird ones. This might count as a weird one.
the pachyderms.
Oh, the pachyderm's definitely a weird one for sure. Yes. I'm hoping you can find a copy of Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. Sure, Pete, we'll give it a shot. I don't know. I've never heard of that one. That would go good with our Power Pachyderms for sure.
I'm down.
All right, we'll give that one a shot. I have a feeling it's another turtle ripoff from the sound of it.
I hope so.
It has to be. Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. Hey, man, sure. Sure. I appreciate that, Pete. And I think our other response we got was an email.
Yes. So this comes in from Dustin from Flicks and Friends. He goes, there was one day where out of nowhere, a spicy Daniel showed up in our lives. Leaving comments on posts, joining the Discord, and then out of nowhere, your show was a part of the month of action. The Geeks with Beard podcast fell right into place with meeting people in the small community that love comics and toys. Have Daniel guest on all 3 of the shows I'm part of has been a treat because it shows the vast flavors of movie watching from that guy. And over in the Barrens, Daniel has become canon because no one, and I mean no one, will ever be your Moaning Myers except for you. So happy to have met y'all and can't wait to see where the next year bring you guys.
I appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you.
He really loves you.
Appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you. If you guys don't know, over on the Barrens Hideout podcast, last year during spooky season, they covered the Hell House franchise. Some lower budgeted indie horror films. And I think they made a total of, 5 of them, I think. I think they did 5 of them. I've watched all of them. They're actually pretty good. They're pretty good movies. I like them. I'm not the hugest, horror, fan, but I do enjoy some horror, mostly just slashers from the 80s. And for their episodes, they wanted to do a little bit, if you want to call it that or whatever. And so Anna, in her amazing ability to make these little animated shorts and stuff for the podcast, decided that she wanted to incorporate Michael Myers from Halloween. And this is a character, if I'm not mistaken, that they've had mentioned previously before I ever got involved with the project. And basically, his name is Moaning Myers, and he looks just like Michael Myers, except his outfit is opened, and he's got very muscular chest, tan chest. And I was approached by Dustin. He's like, "Hey, would you want to record Moaning Myers' audio, like his voice?" I'm like, "What are you looking for?" Mm-hmm. And he said, "Just like a saucy, sexy kind of Southern accent or whatever." I'm like, "Oh God." I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. And, I guess in a way, basically it kind of come out being like Blanche from Golden Girls. It's kind of what it come out to be. And basically,
that's appropriate.
Yeah, and I was like, "Is that okay?" He's like, we'll play with it. So we jumped on Discord on the video recording, and he's like, "Hey, we'll just throw some stuff at you and just, kind of go with it." So we did that for, I don't know, it was like maybe just 30 minutes one morning, I got home from work, and he's like, "Okay, well, give me da-da-da-da-da." And I was like, and basically, and there was one scene that's got to do with like a lake and stuff, And of course there's there's a hotel that's involved in the first film and stuff like that. And he's like, "Hey, something with the hotel, something with the lake or whatever like that." And basically, and they cut in the animation and the sound of the steps. Like, so it'll be like, he's like, "Okay, you're walking." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm walking." And basically I'd be walking and I'm like, "Oh, now what's that lake over there doing? That lake's on fire," just something like that, And they played that bit at the beginning of every episode. And they even interviewed one of the people that worked on the film, one of the creators and producers of the film, and they told him about it. And he's like, "Well, that's cool." And I'm just like, "Oh God, no, don't." I was like, "I don't know. He might not like it. I don't know, So that was really, I guess it was a voice acting role for me.
Yeah.
I guess
it counts.
I love those guys. We love everybody that has asked us to be a part of anything. Month of Action was amazing last year. We're a part of it again this year. Thank you, Charlie, and everybody else for that. Dustin and Anna and, little Dustin for the Baron stuff that I did with you guys last year was amazing. Getting to come on and talk about, various movies that I enjoy, because I'm not the biggest movie watcher. As you can tell by when we talk about what we do, sometimes I don't watch a lot of movies, but I watch some. But being able to get on there and talk about stuff like that, Retrovaniacs for Sean to be able to talk about video games and stuff, so
yeah.
Everybody out there that supports us and, listens to us, whether it's audio or you might jump on and, watch the video or, listen to it on YouTube, excuse me. We appreciate that. These past 2 years have been great. Like I said in my post, when Sean approached me about this, I'm like, "I don't know, man. I've never talked on mic before." It's like, "Well, yeah, but nobody's looking at me."
I told you you'd be good at it.
It's only when we do the videos, I'm just like, people get to see me now. But yeah, it's been probably one of the best experiences in my life that I've ever had, and I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I keep enjoying it. And I think this third year is going to be great. No real set plans on what we're going to cover, because usually, like I tell everybody, we just kind of do this at the seat of our britches on what we cover and stuff like that. Sometimes we kind of make out plans for certain, events and stuff like that. But normally it's kind of like, well, what do you want to talk about? I'm just like, well, shit, let me go through my boxes. What do you want to talk about, Sean? Hey, let me go through my boxes. Let me see what we got, So, we appreciate everybody out there. We truly do.
Now you're a podcast whore.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I appreciate making a podcast family, a podcast, friends that we've made, and it's an amazing experience. It's something I never thought I'd ever do, and I really enjoy it. We both enjoy it. It's something that we get to talk about comic books, because there's not too many people that I personally have around me other than Sean that really I can talk comics about, except maybe my brother a little bit every once in a while. So it gives us an outlet to do something that we like doing, reading comics, talking about comics or movies or whatever.
Especially when we got like thousands of comics to talk about.
That's true. And it gives me, and probably you as well, an opportunity to go back and read books that we've had for years that we haven't read.
Yeah.
Because whether it's because we get new comics and we're reading the new stuff and we don't go back to the old stuff, or we just don't have time to go back to the old stuff, or it just gets forgotten. It gives opportunities to go back and say, oh shit, I got this. I forgot I had this. And we get to share it with you guys, and we get to share it with each other. Like, there's so much stuff that Sean has brought to the show that I've never read before. And I'm just like, damn. Like with The Crow, I never read it, never owned it. After that episode, I bought the complete, collection of the original Crow comic book. So yeah. All right, and speaking of which, digging out of the boxes, for our next episode, we're going to jump back to Marvel Comics, and I don't remember the exact year. I'll give that to you on the episode next time. But we're going to cover a 3-part miniseries, and it's going to be Cable and Deadpool.
Oh, no.
Split second.
Oh, no.
Kind of of course Cable's in it, so it's going to be a time travel kind of thing. But if I remember right, if it's not in the artwork, it's in the dialogue at some points. There are Back to the Future references, I think.
It has to be.
At some point, I think, in there. Plus, it's got the best time traveler in the X-Men.
It doesn't have Bishop in it.
I said the best time traveler in the X-Men, Cable. No. So, yeah, on our next episode, we'll be covering Cable and Deadpool.
On the next episode, I'll be roasting Cable for the entire...
No, you won't.
Yes.
I don't remember the story, so you might. I don't know. So, yeah, guys, that'll be our next episode. Cable and Deadpool, split second. I think if I remember right, it's just a 3-part miniseries. But, so yeah, guys, I'm Dan. That was Sean. And we are the Geeks with Beards podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's
Geeks with Beards. Podcast.